Hey guys, welcome back. We are back with part two of our ribs video, and I hope everyone is doing well. And if you're new, welcome. Everyone else, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Hope everyone's having a spectacular day. And this is part two of the video in which we prepared our ribs, and I showed you how I cleaned them and I seasoned them. And today is going to be the video how I cook them. Okay, so over here I have some water in this. I have a large pot here. I have water in there. You don't need a lot of water, maybe about a third of the pan up, quarter, a third. You don't need a lot, and because we're only going to be cooking these for about, let me see. We have to bring the water up to boil. We're only going to be cooking this for about an hour in here until they get tender. Once they get tender, we're going to remove them. And then we're going to go to the next step. Okay, so I'm going to put them in here. Okay, nothing fancy. Just put them in here one by one. Okay, you're going to do a single layer first, and then you're going to, whatever are left, you're going to stack them on top. Doesn't really matter because the heat is going to cook all of them. Okay, let's see. Here we go. And I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I really do hope that you have made the ribs, and if whatever type of ribs you like. There's also the short ribs, the beef ribs. I've made those before, but I don't really like them. I prefer the pork ribs. Now, what's left in here, I'm going to just add a little bit of water and then pour it in here. And this is just some of the garlic and seasoning that's left in here. Okay, so just like that. All right, and that's all there is to that. We're going to just let this come up to a boil. All right, we just rinse this. And I need something to lay this on. I don't want to lay it on. Just put it over here. Okay, once we're going to cover it to help it come to a boil. Cover it with a lid. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to lower the heat to about medium low, and you're going to let them cook on their own for about an hour. You check on them every once in a while. You don't want them to dry out on you, and you're going to feel them for tenderness with your tongs. And when they feel tender and cooked, that's when we're going to go to the next step, and I'll show you how I finish them off in the oven. Okay, now again, these are pork ribs, and this is how I like to cook them. And you see, this is why I said don't start off with a lot of water, because look how much water, once you put the ribs in, so you don't need to start off with a lot of water. Okay, there we go. And I'll come back to show you when this is cooking. Okay, guys, I wanted to come back real quick just to, because I noticed my mic was being covered by my blouse, so I don't know if I was muffled and you couldn't hear me. But the only thing I really was saying was that don't use a lot of water for your ribs. Okay, maybe about a third of the pan. You're going to use a big pan like I did, big pot, and you're going to add maybe a third of the water up. Add your ribs in there, cover it up with a lid, and let that come to a boil. And then you're going to lower the heat to medium low. Let it continue in a simmer for about an hour till it gets tender, and then we're going to go on to the next step. Okay, we're going to finish, most likely finish cooking them in the oven. All right. Okay, guys, we're back. So the ribs have finished cooking, and then I let them fry a little bit in their own oil after I actually add a little bit of olive oil too. After I got rid of the water that was left in there. Okay, so now I'm going to get a baking pan, and I'm going to line it with some aluminum foil. Alrighty. I'm going to lay down a little bit of barbecue sauce on the pan first. And this is Kraft slow simmered original barbecue sauce. And you just put it on the baking pan like so. And let me make sure you guys can see that, because I did turn the camera a little. All right, I'm gonna have to move this. Okay, and then you're just gonna place your ribs on that. Okay, just all right. Coat your ribs on the sauce that is on the pan. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my oven before I forget. Make sure I have nothing in this oven. Turn it on. I guess 350 would be fine. 350, no, I'm gonna put a little bit higher. 365. And then we're gonna leave it there just to dry them out a little. They're already tender enough. We don't need to cook them anymore. Okay. Oops. All right. I'll be back when I'm ready to place this in the oven. Okay, guys, and here are the ribs ready to go in the oven. Okay, some of you guys might like to eat them like this at this stage, but I like to put them in the oven just to dry them out a little bit more. Sometimes I even cover them with foil, but I'm going to leave them out this way. I'm going to turn them in about 5 to 10 minutes, and then they'll be ready. Okay, guys, here are the ribs. Nice and finished, nice and tender. Let me give you a close-up look so you can see them. Right. They're beautiful. And this is going to be dinner tonight with some French fries. I wish I had remembered to get mashed potatoes, but I didn't. But I had French fries in the freezer, so we're going to have that. Good night, and we'll see you later.